You have already mastered addition and subtraction of decimals, but these two operations have a completely different and a secret rule. In just minutes, you'll learn the one trick to multiply and divide decimals with zero mistake. Let's make math easy. Multiplication trick. This trick is very simple. Let's take an example where we need to multiply 3.2 with 1.2. So here in step 1, we are going to multiply the number as if they were the whole numbers. For example, both the number will be considered as 32 times 12. Now we're going to find out what is the answer when we multiply these two numbers. So let's multiply these two numbers. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. Then we're going to put a 0 over here. 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. And now I'm going to add my answer. 4 plus 0 is 4, 6 plus 2 is 8. And then we have 3. So my answer is 384. In step 2, we are going to count the total number of digits after the decimal point in both the original numbers. In 3.2, we have one digit, and in 1.2, we have one digit after the decimal. As you can see, here we only have one digit after the decimal, and in 1.2, again we have only one digit after the decimal. And then we are going to find the total count of the number of digits after the decimal. So we are going to add 1 plus 1, which becomes 2. In step 3, starting from the right of the answer, since the answer was 384. So let me write the answer 384. This is my right side, this is my left side. So I'll start from right and move the decimal point left by the total count. So I have 2 as my count over here. So I will shift my decimal to 2 places, 1 and 2. I'll put my decimal sign between 3 and 8. So the answer becomes 3.84. Isn't that simple? Let's try with another example. Let's take 5.2 multiplied by 3.45. So in first step, we'll have to consider that both the numbers are the whole numbers. So let's take it as 52 times 345. Now, let's do the multiplication of the two numbers. So I'll put 345 on the top and then 52 are down. Now, 2 5s are 10. 1 carry forward. 2 4s are 8 plus 1, that makes 9. 2 3s are 6. So I'll put 6. Then I have to place 0 at one's place. Then 5 5s are 25. So 5 over here and 2 is carry forward. 5 plus 4 is 20 plus 2, that makes 22. Again, 2 is going to be carry forward. 5 3s are 15. And I'll add 2 with it, which becomes 17. So now I'm going to add both of these answers. And 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 5 is 14. 1 is carry forward. 6 plus 2 is 8. Then 1, 9, 7, and 1. So my answer is 17,940. In step 3, we have to count the total number of the digit after the decimal. So in my first number, I have only one digit after the decimal. Here, in the second number, I have 2 digits after the decimal. So we have to count the total number of digits after the decimal. So 1 plus 2 makes it 3. So that means from the right side, I have to move my decimal 3 places toward the left. So 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jump. So the decimal needs to come between 7 and 9. My answer is going to be 17.940. Division is little different, but still a one move trick. Let's take an example of 4.8 divided by 1.2. So here 4.8 is your dividend and 1.2 is the divisor. Now again, we are going to simply take the numbers as a whole number, which is 48 divided by 12. Okay. So after this step, we are going to simply divide both the numbers. That is 48 divided by 12 as per the long division method. So we know that 12 times 4 is equal to 48. We're going to subtract and the remainder comes to be 0. So the answer is 4. Now 48 divided by 12 is equal to 4. In the second step, as you remember in multiplication, we used to count the number of digits after the decimal. So here again, we are going to again count the number of digits. So here in 4.8, we have one digit after the decimal. And in 1.2, we again have one digit after the decimal. But in case of division, we are going to subtract the number of digits after the decimal. In the multiplication, we used to add, but in the division, we are going to subtract. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So that means we do not have to place any decimal over here, and simply the answer is going to be 4. Let's take another example, and we will divide 3.60 with 1.2. So in the step 1, we have to consider both the number as a whole number. So it will become 360 divided by 12. Let's perform the long division method and divide the two numbers. So we'll keep 360 as a dividend and 12 is my divisor. So 12 times 3 is 36. I'll subtract both of them and I'll get 0. I'll bring down the 0 and solve it further by adding a 0 in my question. And finally, I got my remainder as 0. So my answer is 30 over here. In the second step, we need to count the number of the digits after the decimal. So here we have 2 digits after the decimal. In the second number, we have 1 digit after the decimal. As I told you, in division, we are going to subtract the number of digits after the decimal. That is 2 minus 1 is 1. So I have to place my decimal 1 digit from the right. So that means I will move only one place from the right and I'll place my decimal between 3 and 0. The answer becomes 3.0. And there you have it. The two golden rules of decimal operation. Multiplication, ignore and count the total number of places after the decimal. In division, again we have to ignore the decimal and then we have to subtract the total number of digits after the decimal. Practice these ones and you'll master them forever. If you found this trick helpful, hit the like button and for more easy math masterclass, subscribe to Think Mathic. Let me know in the comments what math topic you want to unlock next.